Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm looking for a pick from kids rotating, because no one has rotated. I choke a bunch of shots, and I end up picking off that elimination. And then I know that he has some leftover mats, so I start tarping out a little bit.
You're actually joking. I literally...
You know? And I see that I'm kind of getting lobby focused, so, you know, I always obviously tarp out, especially if I have extra mats.
You're actually joking, bro. Oh my.
Alright, and my loot's already cracked, so I don't really need anything else. That was a nice little refresh, so... Okay, so here I see that I need to rotate, and I see that I have crash pads, right? So I do this crash pad strat where I can place crash pads without having to carry them, right? Mess up that crash pad. But anyway, still go. And I'm trying to get height, because if I get it, I see a kid up there, and I see a kid based up, so I'm like, I'm just going to impulse, so I can get ahead of everyone, and that kid doesn't shoot at me. So I impulse up the mountain, and, you know, if I'm here, I can just hold kids and, like, get beams, you know? So I go up here, and I box up. That kid's shooting at me. I look for shots because I have a really good AR, you know, so I can just sit on height and I can just sit on height and try to pick off kills. So there's nothing stacked like that or anything. So like I'm like people have to rotate up this mountain as well. So like it's free beams, right? So I'm breaking my crash pads so nobody can get them. I know that the kid's boxed up there, so I have to watch out for him. Right, I'm looking for peeks because he's looking for picks of kids who are rotating as well. I break that pad just so no one else can get it. Make sure nobody can use that, you know what I'm saying? I hear a kid shooting at there, or it's shooting down there, so I'm just gonna try to peek a little bit so I refresh my mats. I see kids there, right? So I'm like, I can go for some peeks. See a kid there. 36 flush, and I'm like, oh my god, they're so low.
I just picked up both those kills.
So, you know, I picked off both those kills because I knew that there was going to be kids that are rotating up that hill, and they're going to be shambles, right? Because they're rotating up a big mountain. So I pick off those 2 kills. I see these kids. And this recording is from a pretty long time ago, so, you know, there's, what is it called? There's a lot of water on the map still, and I don't have too many points as well. So, I see he's going for the loot. So I try to get some shots off because I see he's going for the loot. And I'm trying to pressure him because I don't want him to pick up that loot, you know, or like have time to pick up that loot, right? So I see that I have to rotate far, and I'm like, I have the launcher, but I also have a pad, so I can also rotate here. It's a free rotate because that kid that I'm on top of his build right now, he rotated. That's the kid who rotated, right? So I see him. So I hear that he has a grappler, so I'm like, okay, he's gone, right? So I look back just to make sure because there's 6 kids, so like, where are all they? So I see the loot. He left some. I find some rockets, which is useful for me. I hear a kid crash padding, so I look for some shots, and they're all down the mountain. So I have like overview. I impulse that kid into storm, right? I try to get a tag off, lag a little bit there, because if I get the tag off, then the kill will count to my point credit and my siphon, right? I'm looking out for picks. And I'm like, I have to impulse down, so I impulse down. I still see that kid over there. He died. I was lost in the storm, right? And I crack this kid, right? Because he's rotating. I know that he's low. I get that kill. And the reason why I have a gold tack instead of the mythic shotgun is because the kid that I killed had the launcher, but not the mythic shotgun. So I was kind of confused. You know, I think he was a tech player, but I'm not a tech player, right? So everyone has to rotate up the mountain. So like, you can hear in the background I say free win. I see this kid with grapple. Try to get some shots off. I crack him, right? I hit him low. So I'm like, it's a free kill. Right? So I keep in mind that that kid is low. I try to impulse up to try to break his builds. And I'm looking for kids to impulse off, right? Because that's like a free kill right there. I block off that pad so nobody can pad. I see that he's editing out, right? I see that he's looking for the grapple, so I'm like, that's free beam, right? So they're only hitting 36 because I'm dog shit. And I see him here. See him popping minis, so I'm going to apply more pressure. And I'm still looking for the other kids, looking for free impulses and stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to impulse that kid. Miss my impulse, right? Like it's starping. I almost just cooked my thing, but I had a pad, so I could just pad back in zone. So now it's like basically a free win, so I'm sitting on high ground, just waiting for kids, you know, trying to impulse them, trying to pick off kills and stuff. So I hear that kid gets cracked, so I'm trying to focus him. Right, so now I see he's getting focused, so I'm like, I gotta spray this kid. Right? So I pick off that kill. And now it's a 1v1 situation.
I don't want to sound like Sable.
Try to impulse him out, miss my impulse. And he has to rotate up a big mountain, and I have impulse grenade and stuff. But then I didn't realize that he had a grappler, and he comes in my box. Right. I get high ground. I'm gonna pop some meds here, just to be safe. You can never rush your fights, because if you have meds and you have time to heal, it's better safe than sorry. Even if you know you're gonna win it, it's better to heal. All right. So I'm building up. I'm trying to maintain high ground because I know high ground in this fight is like everything, especially because I have impulse launcher. So I see him. So I'm gonna try to impulse him down. I jump up. All right. And I'm still trying to maintain high ground. I realize that I have 100 mats, so I'm like, I need to make a play soon. Alright, so I reload my shotgun. I impulse him. That impulse didn't hit. Jump shot. That's a win. With 8 kills. Yep. Let's go. Let's go.